Drop the hammer. Did you see this update that Larry Larson has registered for the Michigan event?
I did see that. That is going to be wicked for sure.
Yeah, bring it on. I'm ready. Show y'all. I'm pumped. Episode 140 of this Drag Drive Repeat show presented by Summit Racing.
So countdowns, 53 days until that event you were just talking about, the Mother Road Mayhem. Man, that's going to be quick.
It's less than 2 months. Are you kidding me? How about this one though?
64 days until the circuit. I'm nervous and super excited. So I think I'm going to fly down this year. So that's going to be a little bit easier on me. The 10 and a half hour drive, doing that twice last year for a mega week in the circuit within like 3 weeks really kicked my butt. So I think I'm going to fly down this year, make it a little bit easier, get there a little bit earlier and not have to do all that in the car. But 64 days away, super excited. Can't wait for this.
Yeah, we may need to look at is you coming in on Wednesday, if that's at all possible. I know we talked about, probably Thursday morning's the easiest, but I was thinking maybe we go live from Tulsa itself Wednesday night. I just come over Wednesday because Tom will be here, so we could be live with him and go through all the fun stuff. I don't know. So we'll talk about that. But yeah, 64 days. I'm nervous. Detroit Autorama is this weekend. Lots of drag and drive cars are going to be there. It seems like a melting pot of drag and drive cars. So in the Summit booth, we're going to have Brian Acton, I put him in the J-Wire spot. Sorry, we'll talk about that later. So Brian Acton's Nova is going to be in Summit. And then Sick the Mag booth. Bro, run through the list of folks here.
Yeah, they're going to have a ton of cars there. So we've got Bucket List Mob, the gasser truck, which is always cool to see. Chuck Stefanski's Pontiac Wagon. Obviously, that thing is just gorgeous. Nick Cryer's 33 Ford. Beautiful. Deal Brothers Mustang, obviously the newly rebuilt Mustang, so that'll be there. Joanna Reed's Mustang. Zach Blousey is 23 T-Bucket, and the 6 Cyclone. Vinny Barbone's Sam Squatch, which will be there, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen that one in person, but that thing looks pretty gnarly.
Yeah, a huge list of drag and drive racers there, and who knows what else they'll bring. Derek Putnam messaged me just before the show that the Sick merch trailer will also be there.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. If you have some free time this weekend, Autorama in Detroit there is the place to be, no doubt.
Yeah, Robert Lamperic says he's got a seat leaving from Southeast Wisconsin. I'm not going to be at Autorama. I got too much coming up. Drop the hammer. Did you see this update that Larry Larson has registered for the Michigan event?
I did see that. That is going to be wicked for sure.
Yeah, bring it on. I'm ready.
Hey, it's Brandon from Fort Smith, Arkansas here. Driven Racing Oil is a performance engine oil that can do it all. GP1 is the ultimate oil for any race or performance application. Whether launching hard at the drag strip, enduring the extreme heat of off-road and circle track, or pushing the limits in top-fueled drag boats and demo derbies, winning racers choose GP1. Compatible with engines from classic hot rods to cutting-edge race machines, GP1's unique surface cleaning and high zinc formulation ensures superior wear protection, particularly for flat tappet camshafts, while solving issues like cylinder washout with methanol and ethanol fuels. Crafted from the legendary Bradford, Pennsylvania base oil and enhanced with state-of-the-art additive packages, GP1 offers the best in protection and performance.
All right, so like I said, DDR10 for a 10% discount, but right now they do have a 15% discount sale going on. So if you want to get stocked up before the rest of the season kicks off, we had that first event with Sick Week kicking off, and we got this little bit of a lull, and then we're going to take off again. So if you want to stock up on that stuff, head over there and pick up your merch or oil or any of their other great products. Yep, Big Sky Race Week has officially sold out. Registration was open for that, but that is sold out. So big congrats to the guys over there at Big Sky Race Week. Again, this is another one of those events that the views are going to be as good or better than the racing.
Man, I can't wait. The family wants to do that one, so that may be something we do as a group. We'll find out. Heads Up Hustle. I was talking to John Paul Franks yesterday. He said they've had more initial signups than they ever have in the 3 years that they've done it. So pretty exciting. They still have some spots available, but to have more than ever already is a big deal for those guys.
Yeah, that's big. And Race Week still has spots available. What are you guys waiting on for this? Get in there and get some Race Week.
Yep. So as of right now, my plan is to do Thunder Valley, Tulsa, and Mocan, and then have to come back home. But I figured that gives me, 3 good days of drag and drive racing with my race week family.
Yeah, absolutely. And are you going to do that in the old truck?
That's kind of the plan right now. So I got to get to street driving that thing. I did hook the battery tender up to it yesterday, and Sunday is Cars and Coffee here in town. So I think I'm going to cruise it over there.
You better do that.
Yeah, for sure. The interactive map, listen, I know I've been talking about that. I've been updating it, and I did like one event, and then Eric was going through it today and found that I fat fingered a bunch of just wording, basically like stuff without spaces. And hey, listen, I'm not I'm this. I'm just sometimes. So I'm going to go through tomorrow and update it. And actually, we didn't have all the events on there, so they will be all updated and all the stuff on there as well. And you can find that and the other 48 drag and drive events on dragdriverepeat.com/event list 2026.
Absolutely. You know me, I'm the detail guy. I notice the little things that you glance over.
I'm like blasting through that stuff, and Eric goes, "Hey, that says the 18th ND, not 18th up." So that's the way it goes sometimes, Hey, so anyways, yeah, thanks to Driven for all the stuff they do for us. Get some J-Wire stuff.
Yeah, Buckeye Skip says he's got just over 20 spots left. So again, another one. If you guys are looking for an event, Buckeye Skips has openings, so head over there and get registered for that. All right. Well, once again, appreciate everybody for hanging out here 2.5 hours, which is longer than we planned, but glad everybody stuck around and hung out. Appreciate all the comments that we got tonight. It's been awesome. Appreciate Brad and Trevor for coming on. Again, you guys are our race car friends. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to sit here and talk about all the cool things that are going on. So again, thank you guys, all of our race car friends, all of our race car members, and obviously the sponsors. We can't do it without them. They allow us to travel to these events and do all the things that we get to do. And it's unbelievable what we get to do. And again, these sponsors make that possible. So Summit Racing Equipment, Deechworks, Motorsports Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cam, J-Wire Solution, AFCO Racing Products, Performabuilt Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, Power Tube TV, Wolf Racing, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk. And we'll see you guys on Saturday morning for the news.